Finally, back by popular demand. Hello there, writerly friend. Welcome back to Max's Weird Writing Prompts. In today's episode, I've got a very interesting prompt for you, but hold on for a second. If you're new to my channel and to the way I do things, allow me to explain to you the way this is going to go. You see, I know that a lot of you are probably working on NaNoWriMo, and a few others of you are not, doing something else, editing, or just being worried with your regular workload of school stuffs and real life stuffs. But out there's that middle ground of people who want to write but don't know where to start, or, like the idea of just doing small writing challenges. And I used to do prompts a long time in the blog, and people have been asking me, like, a lot recently why I stopped doing those. I will have an explanation at the end of the video, but for the time being, I thought I would bring back my video series on weird writing prompts. How does this work? It's relatively simple. I give you a writing challenge, or a little bit of an idea for something you can incorporate into your story, and I also give you ideas and recommendations for twisting the story idea and making it more interesting, making it fit with your story, or just making it fun. And of course, as always, I also give you a musical writing recommendation, so you can keep expanding on with your musical library. Today's track is playing on the background right now, and there will be a link to it in the description below, but for the time being, the video goes a little bit like this. I'm going to give you the prompt, I'm going to explain how you can twist the story and make it fun, give you the recommendation, and send you out on your way. Writing is incredibly fun, and I want you to have to do more of that. I give you advice, but I realized that recently I've been skipping on the whole inspiring you to write idea. So you know what? Weird writing prompts are back, writing challenges are back, meshed together, compressed together, brought back alive into the same body and form, and they start today. Today's exercise is called The Secret Forest, and it goes a little bit like this. Write about a character who suddenly wakes up in a strange forest that does not follow the laws of reality. Catch: the character has no idea how they got there. Double catch: the instant they walk in, the character recognizes some of the odd landmarks and is certain that they have seen that forest before. But where? I don't know about you, but I've always been intrigued by the idea of déjà vu. The idea of you experiencing something that has already happened before, and experiencing it again, maybe in a different background, in a different place, but this is a little different. This is the idea of a character experiencing something that they have no memory, no recollection of. Not only that, but it's also the memory of a place that makes no sense within the bounds of reality. Now, I honestly think that if you want to work this prompt into one of your current projects or stories, I think it would be kind of really effective to make it a pseudo dream, and inspect what this forest means to your character. If this forest exists somewhere deep inside your character's mind, what does it mean? What do those odd landmarks and strange, unnatural trees say about your character? What is going on inside of them that only their subconscious is aware of? Now, on the other side of the spectrum, if you're just looking into doing a nice, fun, done challenge, I think, as always, my favorite challenge is 1,000 words or 30 minutes, whichever one you want to do. It's just really fun. Sit down, put on music, like the one I'm going to recommend in a moment, and just write. And if you want to just do a done in one shot, I want to push you and make this anything but a dream. Find a way to justify what is going on. This place cannot possibly exist within reality, and yet it does. Find a way. To me, the most fun the most fun part in writing things that are incredibly magical is to find a way to rationalize them. And it's even more fun to do so through the point of view of a character. How does your character explain what is going on, even though it makes no sense, and even though they themselves can't justify? How do I know this place? This place that makes no sense in the natural world. Isn't that fun? To me, that seems incredibly fun. It is the big questions, especially the questions that cannot be easily answered, that just drive me to write. And I want to inspire you to go and get some writing done today. As always, my formal challenge every Friday to you is 1,000 words or 30 minutes of writing, non-stop, simple as that. And of course, I can't just launch you out there on your own. I'm gonna give you a little bit of inspiration along the way. I have a very special song to you. I've been doing this thing where I write these prompts to the song that I'm recommending to make sure that it fits perfectly. And this particular remix is coming to us from ocremix.org. As always, ocremix.org is a great place to get free video game remixes done by really talented people. And yes, I did mention free. All of the remixes are free to download. There should be links in the description below. Amazing, super awesome remixes, and this one is called The Deep Petrification of the Submerged Forest, a remix of The Secret of the Forest from Chrono Trigger as done by Sisoto. Secret of the Forest is one of my favorite tracks from Chrono Trigger because it has this enormous feeling of wonder to it. It gives you the mental image of this enormous forest, and not only that, but this remix kind of twists that feeling a little bit. It's also a super long remix, which I actually really like because there are no hard splits and you can just basically have this song on loop. I had it on loop for like 3 hours while I was prepping videos. It was really fun. I love this remix. It's unobtrusive. It's so subtle, you may not even realize that it's still playing in the background. Really fun, and I think it echoes with the feeling of this unnatural world. What is this forest? Writerly friend, where is this place, and what does it mean to your character? How come your character knows about this place that makes no sense to the natural world? Could it be that maybe this place exists somewhere out there? Or somewhere inside your character? Or could it be that maybe, just maybe, your character doesn't also fit within the bounds of reality? These are all questions that only you, and only you, can answer, writerly friend. So, if you have a little time today, pick up your pen, pick up some writing utensils, and go out and get some writing done, okay? 1,000 words or 30 minutes, okay? That's all I ask of you. I'm gonna be bringing this back every week, and if you have ideas for prompts or just particular themes or concepts you'd like me to explore, such as romantic prompts, or prompts about loss, or prompts about robots, because I always love me some robots, you can leave all of your thoughts or ideas for prompts in the comments down below, okay? And as always, I want to thank you for watching, thank you for spending a little bit of your day with me, and go out and get some writing done, okay? Today is your day. Go out and do that thing that means the most to you. Go out and tell stories and get some writing done, okay? And actually, there's one more thing that I gotta do, and this is a little bit of an awkward place to put it. I know, but I have to put it somewhere so I can just point to people whenever they ask me a question, okay? For those of you who are new to the channel, you have no idea about this, but I run a writing advice blog over at maxkieran.tumblr.com, and I used to do writing prompts. I used to do weird prompts and character questions and story seeds, a new one every day. And for those of you who remember, back in June, I had to go on hiatus because of personal life reasons. And because of the repercussions of those real life events, I was unable to dedicate as much time as I used to creating content. Just life getting in the way. And I had to make a tough choice. I either continued doing videos, or I did the prompts. The prompts took more time, almost twice as long to make as the videos. And I'm gonna be honest with you. People ask me, like, why did you stop? That was so much better than what you're doing today. And I'm like, ouch. But the reason why I stopped, it was slightly easier to make the choice because you have no idea, because I didn't tell anybody about this, because heaven knows I don't want to send all of my followers with pitchforks to go out and ask for trouble. But do you have any idea? Do you have any remnant of a clue of how many blogs on Tumblr and on Facebook and on Pinterest and Instagram were basically sharing my prompts without sourcing? And some people even had the balls to just cut my name from the bottom of each post and stick their own name on it, like with the same font and the same colors. Do you have any idea how many people were doing that? And how many of those had tens of thousands of followers? And how many of their followers were messaging me, asking me why I was stealing their posts? It was a little disheartening, especially when I spent so much time making prompts and creating content for people, and then I realized that I was creating content that was very easily stolen. And I hate to be like that, but like when you realize that there are accounts on Instagram with with like 10 times as many followers as me, posting only my stuff, several of those, and I don't even touch Pinterest because Pinterest is like rampant with just people stealing my posts, and I'm like, it's just not gonna work. It's just not gonna work anymore. And I don't want to say it was an easy choice because it was a hard choice, but it was easier to make that choice when I realized that I could either spent twice as much time doing stuff that people were taking advantage of. And I know, and I don't want to swear, but I know there's some asshole out there probably selling my prompts as an ebook somewhere. You know? I could do that, or I could make videos which are only, I don't want to say easier to make because they still take time to make, but compared to that, they're easier to make and they actually make me money and they actually continue to push forward my brand and the way that I'm doing things and my writing advice. I hope that you understand. I know people, I get messages every day, some more angry than others, being like, why don't you do posts? Why don't you do those things? That's what I, subscribe for, or that's what I followed you on Tumblr for. And I'm like, I thought I touched on this during the update, but I guess some people just don't watch those videos. And they probably won't be seeing this video either. But, at least it's out here now, so you can just point it to them, or point them to it. But I just couldn't do that anymore. It was a bad choice. And you have no idea how many people I got trying to send Tumblr to me, being like, hey, this person is stealing this other person's posts. I almost had my blog shut down. You only get 3 strikes, and I almost got my blog completely taken off Tumblr because some kid thought I was stealing my own posts from another person. That's just disheartening. And, I don't want to say that I'm never going to go back to doing those, but this format works way better and is just more efficient. And I'm sorry if that bothers you, and I'm sorry if the thing you followed me on Tumblr for years ago is no longer around. I'm sorry. But, things change. And this is the most effective way for me to keep doing what I do. Inspiring you and pushing you to write while still kind of, not putting myself at a situation where all the hours that I spend working are just getting posted on somebody else's blog, But that's it. I've gone on way too long. That's the explanation right there. Finally, an answer to that question at the beginning forever. And if you were not expecting that, I apologize. I didn't want to put you through it, but now there's a video out there where I'm talking about it. And I'm also showing that I want to bring them back. I enjoyed doing those prompts, and I enjoyed inspiring people to write, every week. I enjoy that. It's fun for me. And it's just kind of conflict of time and the hiatus, and, I've only been back for 2 months now, so, of course, if you're watching this video and you've made it this far, you probably don't mind because you're more YouTube than you're Tumblr. But I wanted to just tell you anyway. I don't want to have this miscommunication issue, and next time I get a question, I'll just link them to this video. But anyhow, I've gone on way too long, I've talked way too much, I've taken enough of your time. Go out and get some writing done today, okay? Dedicate your time today to doing the thing that you love the most. Get some writing done, do it for me, do it for yourself. Tell a fun and interesting story about a world where there's always a catch, okay? Have fun, thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you on the next one.